It's the Jobbers Tears Podcast.
Hello, Jobber Nation, and welcome to another interesting and exciting episode of the Jobber Tears Podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR, here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. We have officially announced that LAX will be hosting a WrestleMania kickoff party Saturday, March 30th at Contra. So video games, brunch, the best of both worlds coming together.
Oh my God!
Soundtrack of my life over here. So for more information, please make sure to hit us up at the Job Taste Podcast Instagram page. Shout outs to Sir Wilkins, who's on Vice this past week. On a little clip on Vice Live. It was, if you haven't already watched it, you can see it on not only his Facebook page, but I also shared it and reposted so you can see it on mine. It's a cute little clip, and I feel like you had the main. Like, you were like the main.
Oh yeah, it was pretty cool.
Skit, so it was hilarious.
Oh my God!
But shout out to Ace Andrews and Big Cuzzo for being a part of that as well. So make sure to check that out. Our family at Battle Club Pro has officially announced their upcoming show, which is during WrestleMania week. So if you're in New York, New Jersey area, they will be hosting their Icons 3 event in Brooklyn. So for more information, go to facebook.com/BattleClubPro. They already have the likes of Sue Young, Tasha Steele, Maniac Marie, and then Harlow, who Leo loves oh so much, is their Icons champion, and she will be defending her title that night. So once again, join us as we do support our fellow independent wrestling promotions in the New York area during WrestleMania week. So make sure to check out for that. Anything else? What's going on, guys? It's been, I feel like, a very slow week here.
Wrestling has been good.
In the world, wrestling has took a turn like no other, and we will get to that in a bit. But,
Yo, how you feel about that dude from Empire hoaxing the whole situation?
I'm so over that whole situation. Like, if he did it, he's a dumbass. If he didn't do it, he's still a dumbass for being outside that late at night.
I mean, like, his story never added up. Was like, what? But then again, I kind of saw it this way. If white people was really outside during that weather, it just proved that, like, they're a bunch of devils then.
No, first of all, to be honest, and it's so funny because I was actually in Chicago that night. Like, I was flying out that morning.
So you saw some white devils outside?
And no, I was just saying that it was ridiculously cold outside. So if you were outside, you was out there trying to get some ass at that point, because there was no reason to be outside. There's once again no.
Subway's mad nasty, son. Subway's not good, son.
It felt like negative, like 10 degrees. Like, it is cold as fuck. So I was just like, I'm over it. But Chicago is super lit because they got that nigga in jail, R. Kelly in jail. Everybody just. Oh, he got out?
Bailed him out.
Yeah.
A what?
White girl bailed him out.
Yeah, she owns a restaurant and a daycare.
Wait a minute. Whoa. That's super problematic on all levels. Like, you own a daycare.
Wow.
And you own a restaurant. And
His bill was $100,000.
Oh, that's.
He didn't pay for it though, because he didn't have the money.
Huh.
Wow.
Supposedly.
That's what y'all think, right? I'm like, huh.
Supposedly.
That's what you think. He out here still tricking bitches.
So,
Getting him out.
nah, but the thing about the Jesse thing, yo, that shit is wild, because if it was really that cold, when they poured the bleach on you, that shit would have froze on you, son.
Dang, that is true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then if that was the case, then you wouldn't have been on stage almost 2 days later or the next day in LA.
Talking about you the gay Tupac.
Talking about you the gay Tupac. Like, that shit just doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, once again, I have very close friends that are a part of the LGBTQ community. So, like, stuff like that, you can't just walk around and just call and just, like, flag on the play. Like, you can't do that. So
You can't be crying wolf like that.
You can't do that either. So now
you went hard,
you
went
out
on
here,
these
you paying
stations,
these Africans,
crying.
supposedly that's your trainers, and now you got you. He was bound to get cut off from Empire anyway. So
You still watch it?
Yeah, from time to time. It'd be good. Like the last season was good.
No, it was not.
And towards the end, like once Lucius got his memory back and all that shit popped
Why
up.
is he losing his memory?
Who?
What's it do with music?
Well, because he got shot. He blew up in the car.
What?
So
What?
he blew up in a car and he's still alive?
So what happened was
Wow.
that
Wow.
everything was starting to come together. Like him and Cookie was finally trying to make things work. And the son the eldest, the one that got all the issues and shit, he had connected with Exhibit, isn't it? Yeah, Exhibit.
What?
He's on the show, right?
Yeah.
Exhibits on the show.
He got killed. But him and Exhibit had paired up and was trying to take Lucius down together because he still in a way blamed Lucius for old girl.
Why was
dying.
Exhibit on the show?
Because he
That's
was,
what we're gonna do.
he was at
Hey, why take them down?
No,
Because
but
this
he
Exhibit
was-
sounds just like
He was
DMX.
a part of Lucius like
Old crew. Yeah.
from like Philly. So like, and he ended up coming in and being a part of Empire. Blah 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 blah. Long story short, the son had concocted some plan to blow up Lucius in that car, not knowing that him and the mama was gonna go in the car and go fly into the sunset and leave the business to the boys. And then he had a second. He tried to take all that shit back. And it was already in motion.
But how did he blow up in the car and then stay alive?
Exactly.
No, so when he opened the car, he opened the car door. The son was yelling at him to telling him like run or like move, but it was too late. So he was on the outside of the car. He wasn't inside the car. He was on the outskirts, and then the car blew up, and then he was in a coma, and then lost his memory, and then Demi Moore tried to sexually abuse him. It was crazy.
Why was Debbie Moore in the
So
show?
Demi Moore came on the show as like the doctor that helped Lucius, deal with the post-traumatic
It's always the white women.
and the memory.
Taking our brothers. You see?
She didn't take him out though.
She was.
Sexually.
Well, because she ended up starting to like him.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
But he didn't, once again, he was trying so hard to remember who he was.
So he's trying to whoop that trick. Why?
The other day. When I look back, movies like that and like Hustle and Flow, ATL, those were some real like problematic movies when you really think about it. Because Hustle and Flow, there was no reason why he kicked out old homegirl and then kicked out the little boy with her, but he was still in the bouncer.
Yes.
In that scene, like he legit picked up the whole entire bouncer. Like he didn't even be like, I'm just gonna take the child out. No, I'm gonna pick up this whole ass bouncer and place that shit outside the door. So these niggas is now homeless.
How is that like problematic?
Why are you throwing out a child?
Because that's your mama. Go with your mama.
But why? So you telling me if you was Lucius Lyon / whoop that trick / light skinned nigga tendencies, you telling me if Shorty had an issue and that was your kid, and you threw her out, you throwing out your child too?
You have to understand.
No, answer yes or no. It really is actually not.
You see, that was not his kid. That was not his kid. Why? I added more sauce to the story. That was her kid. Because she got pregnant out there tricking.
Are you throwing? He the pimp, so you out here throwing out a child? Is what I'm asking.
With your mama, yes. Figured it out.
So you throwing out a child?
I'm a pimp.
Throwing out a child?
No.
I'm a pimp.
All right.
I'm a pimp.
I'm not asking you.
Yo, Leo, I'm a pimp. Why should I have emotions?
I don't give a fuck about no bitch or a child.
Exactly, I'm a pimp, right?
That's why you gotta whoop that trick.
Get him.
Mind you, this will not be the title of this episode, so nice try.
Whoop
Not
that trick.
happening.
How does the rest of the part go?
Nothing. That is it.
Trick. Get him. Whoop that trick.
Get him, whoop that trick. Get
No,
him,
but what's
whoop
crazy
that
is, like,
trick.
if you play a scene from Hustle and Flow and you play like the early Empire episodes, like when he was in the booth, very similar, like very same.
So they
flow.
said that somebody
Very
said,
similar.
Chuck Daddy said Debbie Moore kidnapped him and it ended up went to the cabin.
Yeah, like she fell in love with him and then
Yo,
as he
it
was-
says that don't forget, he lost his leg too. What?
He lost his leg?
No, he was. I don't remember that.
This is really the gay power, the gay version of power.
Yo, look right here.
It really is not the gay version of Power, cause there's no like real drugs and
What
stuff
happened?
involved.
What?
Oh, what is cool.
There's no like drugs and stuff involved, so it's very
It has
different.
everything else.
I'll tell
It
you.
doesn't though. Like Power and I always hate when people try to compare them. Power and Empire are two different entities.
Power
Like
just sounds way better.
Power sounds better than Empire,
Yes. I watch Power.
but you saying sounds better.
Yeah, like all that like fantasy, imaginary shit and everything. Like
That don't happen in Power.
Who writes that show?
Oh,
Lee Daniels?
Yeah.
That's Brian.
yeah.
Lee Daniels is going left with shit, son.
But I mean, look at Power and shit. I actually can't wait for that shit to come back on
You
because
see? You
I
see?
want to know if old girl died.
My mom watches Power. I never watched Power.
I don't watch Power either.
What? You guys might like, you know what show I actually started watching? It's so stupid. It's called Good Girls. It's on Netflix, but it actually is on NBC.
I heard about that show.
And it's mad funny. Like,
Didn't it get canceled?
It's season 2's coming this Sunday, so I got until Sunday to binge watch. But basically, the whole show is like these two sisters and they friend, they homegirl.
The black girl. And they sold some money. A store. But the store, it wasn't the actual store because it was actually like a come-up for drugs.
Used as a money laundering
so
place.
now, everyone else had their bread, but one of them was idiots spending money on something else. So they had to figure out.
They all spent the money. They all spent.
Is it that girl from from Mad Men is in it?
I don't know. I never watched Mad Men.
Is there a redheaded girl in there?
No.
Okay.
She's more of a like she has brown hair. It's a blonde and it's the black lady.
It's a white girl, right? White girl.
Yeah, it's
She's thick.
No.
Okay, it's not the same show then. Different show.
Chicks and a thick black girl. But no, it's mad funny though because it's so like how are these like moms like that ass in business now with a whole ass gang like. It's crazy. I only watched 2 episodes, so I got a few more to go before the new season on Sunday. Leo, what do you watch on TV?
I don't watch. I just finished watching The Last OG.
I was going to say.
I love that show.
Really?
Yeah. I love that show.
Yeah. It ended weird though.
Kelvin said he loved that show.
I gotta watch that show.
How did it end weird?
The new season kept coming on.
It ended with like.
Do not tell me. I didn't get to finish it.
No, but the new season's coming on. So
Doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't matter how shit ends.
Because like I thought like you should have at least did what you were supposed to do.
What are we supposed to do? What are you talking about?
You were supposed to kill the guy who's supposed to put him in jail.
Oh yeah, but he couldn't do it though.
Yeah. That was weird.
Because
he's
trying.
That's not weird. That you don't kill somebody, so you get in.
Episode, I felt like another episode was gonna come on, but no.
But see, that's the point of when you have a season finale, is you leave a cliffhanger.
It wasn't a cliffhanger though.
It wasn't a cliffhanger.
It was because he realized there was no point of him doing it because he got caught.
Yeah.
When he was trying to set him up.
He got the boss and he got fired.
Yeah, he continued his life. He started a new life. Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna be a good show though. When I saw the previews, I was like, it's just too.
Morgan is like a hit or miss. I feel like
that's what I thought was gonna be. And I was like, probably was a miss on this. And then one night I was cleaning, and I was like, yo, let me turn this shit on while I clean. And I was like, yo, this shit is. I ended up taking instead of taking an hour to clean, it's gonna take like 3 hours to clean because I watched the entire season of The Last OG.
What is 30 minutes or an hour?
It's like 22 minutes.
It's like 30 minute show, so it's like after all the cuts, it's 22 minutes.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's better than I thought it was gonna be, and Tiffany Haddish is like holds it down.
Yeah. Really, she's good in it too.
She's good,
yeah, she's good in it. Her husband this white dude that plays her is pretty good in it too. What's his name? What's that nigga's name from 21 Jump Street? The black dude?
Oh.
No, not 21 Jump Street. New York Undercover.
Malik Yoba?
Yeah, Malik Yoba's in it.
Yo, you know what show I actually started watching? Designated Survivor. It's on ABC.
Have you guys seen
And Malik Yoba was in it, and I got mad because I was like, "Oh shit!"
Have you guys seen? Before we start, is it Caught at Plain Sight or Abducted at Plain Sight?
Yes.
I heard about that show.
I heard it's mad wild. Like
it's mad wild.
Like the abduct. No, I haven't had a chance to.
This man systematically not only broke up a whole ass family, slept with both parents. Spoiler alert.
And then slept with the daughter.
And slept with the daughter.
And then
he did everything. He systematically broke down their household just to get to the daughter.
And then I heard because I listened to another podcast, and they were like how that it's a true story.
Yes.
It's in the documentary. The mom is like, yeah, I kind of miss him, like on some wild shit.
No, so it's on Netflix.
What's the name of this documentary?
It's called Abducted in Plain Sight. It's on Netflix. And basically, it's everybody but old boy that did the shit, interviewing and stuff, and telling the story.
Isn't there aliens involved or some shit?
There, because that's what he kept telling the little girl. At the time, she was a little girl, so that's what he kept telling the girl, like, if you don't come back to me, you're going to get abducted by aliens and shit. So, but it's just wild and crazy shit. But it's shit that, as like a black household, that shit would never go down. Like, it just would never even cross the... I would never think.
Was he like an uncle or something?
No, he was a family friend. Like, he wasn't related to the family. He was a neighbor, and
he slept with the dad and the mom.
And the dad.
And they acted like he missed them.
And the daughter. And she had 2 other sisters that he never touched. But he slept with both parents just to get to her. That would never happen in a household. Your mama would never do that.
I mean, I heard more wildness than that.
I've never heard no wild.
I heard something like some girl I know. She said that her parents could afford like a debt, and they sold it to be a prostitute to some man.
But that's different. That's different.
Very different. That's just like
the guy had a relationship with the
Robert Kraft out here paying for sex and shit.
I don't think he did nothing wrong. I'm perfectly fine.
My thing is just do it in a state where that shit's legal. Like, don't do that shit where you could go to jail.
I think I'm a billionaire. Do what the fuck I want to do.
Do that shit in Vegas.
He was being cheap about it.
He was being mad cheap, son. No, it was like $80.
That's what compared to that's pennies for him. So that's wild.
Yo,
and I knew that the moment that shit released, I was like, one of them bitches that he thought he paid definitely ran and tell that because he didn't pay her that much. That was obvious. But my thing is just do that shit in a state where that shit is legal.
Is it legal in any states?
In Vegas. It's basically a brothel.
Oh, okay.
It's legal in New York, I think. Yeah, it's legal in New York.
It's not legal in New York. No. Have you been doing that?
Maybe walking around. What do you mean? Like fucking prostitutes?
Yeah.
I've done it before.
You fuck the prostitutes?
There's lots of prostitutes out here.
Oh, you make it seem like that is a wonderful thing. Like,
yeah. I mean, no, I'm not saying it's a wonderful thing, but like lots of them out
wait,
here.
so how did you, so you paid for sex is what you're telling me?
I don't pay for sex. I just,
So you didn't sleep with a
I'm
prostitute?
not paying you.
So you didn't sleep with a prostitute?
So
So the moral of the story is
you got it for the money, I'm running away.
okay. But the moral of the story is that you didn't smash a prostitute, you just smashed the bitch.
No, I was a prostitute.
But you didn't pay for it.
She had a hotel.
By definition.
She had a hotel. I was supposed to pay her. She had a pimp waiting in another room.
So you got her ass. So you're the reason why this some individual somewhere in the world got her ass beat by her pimp that night because you didn't.
So for some reason, I see Leo busting through the door.
I'm out. Naked.
like he's Sonic.
with no fucking sneakers on. Just fucking socks. Gone.
There's lots of prostitutes like Times Square is filled with them and like still.
Oh, stop the show.
So we are going to go right into, after talking about prostitution, we're going to go right into our opening segment behind the gorilla's position, and we're going to our OMG moment this week. Goes to no other than Brother Love himself, the return of Bruce Pritchard. WWE has finally come to terms to give Bruce Pritchard some full-time position on the creative team. And since he is now full-time, his first day was actually this past Monday on Raw in Atlanta, which we will get to because shit went wild. So, as anyone that does not know, Bruce Pritchard, aka Brother Love, he used to be on creative during the biggest 2 times in WWF/E history. So he was during the creative team during the late 80s, during the Hogan era, and once again in our beloved Attitude era. So, and he also once again has his podcast that is on the WWE Network too from time to time, where he's also expressed how WWE needs to be more exciting and unpredictable, and boy did we get that this past Monday on his first day on the job. So guys, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the return of Bruce Pritchard? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Or is there more to come? Because, you know, other people, you know, in the wrestling world, you know, we heard Arn Anderson was released, so Gone won.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not, but
I heard he's a racist.
And I'm huge. Who isn't?
Heard he's a racist.
On that side of the town. I mean,
no, that's not acceptable.
But if we're going based on racism,
you hear this? You hear this?
If we're gonna go based on that,
racist. Oh yeah,
Arn gotta go,
racist.
and then what's his name? Michael P.S. Hayes.
You've been saying that.
I've been saying this since back in the day.
Put it on tape, put it in the internet.
But I've been saying that though. Yeah. I'm keeping the same energy. I've been saying this thing gotta go.
But apparently him and Vince, Arn and Vince, you know, were butting heads and finally came to a blow. But then new on the team too, you have Abyss. You have
Davari,
Sanjay, Hurricane. So you have some people that actually were a part of that TNA realm when Bruce Pritchard was writing for TNA during that time where it was like really popping. So once again, I'm gonna give it to you guys. What are your thoughts on the return of Bruce Pritchard?
It's pretty good because if you listen to his podcast, Something to Wrestle With, like you see how different eras he was involved in, how he breaks it down, and how you hear his emperor and you hear how that he's not afraid to take risks. And certain stuff that he said that it didn't work. He said, hey, cool, did it work, cool. And you will say that next week he came with something better. So him returning to the company is always a blessing. He brought back his guys are no longer taking bums, now they're getting real checks. Now they have real health insurance, they're making good money now, you know. They have a nice steady paycheck now, helping out guys. So this is good. You know, I'm happy for him. And unfortunately, Arn Anderson was leaving because he was one of the favorites. Everyone liked him because he always took his talent side, and he never was much of a company man. He was seen in God. Cena's not there. There's no point of him no more. So there's something happened in the house show. They dismissed him. You know, he's been there for a while. You know, he's been assisted invasion. But time for new blood. You said this before on the show. You know,
it's like old blood.
But this is
in a new era.
Exactly. You know, and he brought in different kind of guys that was someone there who wasn't there. You know, so it's good. This is a new era. You know, let's see what happens. And I have no high expectation for none of this. That's it.
Never had no high expectation on nothing. Several games.
I mean, Bruce is that guy within the wrestling world. He's Brother Love.
Yeah.
You know, he's that guy when Diddy tried to be Brother Love and the whole internet shut him down.
Oh yeah, shut all that shit down.
Real quick.
Actually, I'm Brother Love. You hold that.
Yeah.
That's what we told
So he was part of great eras, the Hogan era and the Attitude era. Awesome eras, and those are the booming eras in the business. Mm-hmm. If you haven't noticed, Vince is in semi-panic mode, but I wouldn't say panic mode. It's more like, fuck, we gotta get shit taken care of. So they're making the right moves and putting the people in place for the future. And if we all read about it, how in the last quarterly earnings meeting that they had with the investors, they were talking about how the ratings are down. So Vince is on some like, yo, the company in general is on some like, yo, we gotta get the right people involved now. Mm-hmm. Raw was really good good. And also there's something that they did on Raw, which we'll get to. Shit wasn't leaked to the dirt sheets.
Yeah.
No.
Shit wasn't leaked to the dirt sheets.
And even if something like maybe a snip of something was released, you didn't think would happen.
And another beautiful thing about it, what I read was, I know we're gonna talk about it later, we'll get into it. He keeps kayfabe alive for some reason. Him, just because he's from that era where you gotta keep this alive. And if you've seen, like, they're trying to keep kayfabe alive a little bit more, especially what Becky's been doing. With her fake mugshot, which was literally done in by catering.
Just in black and white.
Just in black and white. But this showed that they're trying to get shit done. Yeah. Like they did a couple of firings in the past couple months to like refresh it, move a different direction, because they legit are moving a different direction. They really have to. Yep. And their ratings are supposed to be at peak right now because it's WrestleMania season. And they're only a few weeks away from WrestleMania. And they have Fastlane viewing party at Legends with Felicia Rose. But I'm super excited about this. I'll see what's gonna happen when you get excited to watch sports entertainment. When you get excited to turn into like, yo, what's gonna happen? Because I remember I didn't watch SmackDown until like yesterday, like later that night. Mm-hmm. Everybody was excited in the group chat talking about SmackDown. Everybody was excited about talking about Raw in the group chat.
This is actually the first week, like in our group chat, like everybody was just like, it was positive on both brands. Like it wasn't even like, everybody, says SmackDown's the A show. It was legit like, yo, Raw held its own this week. And shout out to Jeffrey Live. If you don't follow him on Instagram or Facebook, he was actually there at Raw in Atlanta because he's from Atlanta. Yeah. So shout out to him giving some live feeds on his Instagram about being there and stuff.
But
so it was a good city. It's a good city to have. I think Raw this past week, and it really showed itself.
But to go back to what you were saying about, you said it was like new blood being in it. It's new blood because they've been away from the brand. Sometimes when you're in something, you kind of forget to look at things in a bigger picture because you're in it now. You're in it for so long. And sometimes you need somebody that's been away from it to see what, because they saw the world and they came back home. And I think that this is helpful for Bruce because it's like, okay, I've been away, I see what other people are doing. Let me throw a different flavor in this right now. Because I ate in China, I ate in fucking Puerto Rico. Now I'm back in the U.S. Let me shut something up from what I've learned.
He was writing for MLW. He wrote for TNA. So he has different, you know, that kind of indie feel and that kind of still professional, like level kind of like experience that he's gained post WWF. Yeah. So I think now he does have probably a lot more to bring to the table than he did 20 years ago.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, so we're going to move right along. Coming soon. So if you do not know, WWN Live, which is the parent company to Evolve, which essentially is right under that WWE NXT level branch, has announced that they are doing the first ever recruitment camp that offers a WWE tryout. Are you going to do this?
I guess.
The camp will be held at the Performance Center in mid-April, so right post after WrestleMania. And they will have several NXT coaches and superstars that will participate. It is about a $700 camp, and it is open to wrestlers, referees, and managers of all levels of experience. So those indie wrestlers that are listening on the live feed and on YouTube land, if you want some type of opportunity, please be on the lookout and go to www.live.com for more information where you can submit your application and you can be notified if you have been approved. Cough, cough, Marcus Marquis, cough, cough, Isaiah Wolf, cough, cough, Vince Steele, cough, cough. Who else are like gems? Cough, cough.
Montana Black, Savannah Evans.
Savannah Evans. Cough, cough. Darius Lockhart.
That's a lot of them.
That's a lot of them.
Ivy.
Everybody.
Everybody. So whether you have just started your wrestling career, you've been in the game for 5-10 years, cough, cough, El Rey all day. Don't think I don't forget. So if you once again have a passion for the business, WWN Live is giving you guys an opportunity to go through this camp and hopefully maybe get a WWE tryout. So guys, what do you think about opportunities like this happening for independent wrestlers?
It's great. The business has opened up so much over the past like 3 years. So this is a different way to get different talent, and also it's an opportunity for like even people who don't get signed or whatever to see what you need to be doing. You know what I mean? Like how to work out, how to get into the business and stuff of that nature. And it's a great opportunity for anybody.
Right. What are your thoughts, Mr. Black?
It's real good.
Just real good.
Everyone eats.
Well, I mean, not everyone's going to eat.
Everybody's going to eat because
everybody gets an opportunity to eat at the table.
But even though you guys not really doing much, they can hire staff, people work in the area, they have a job. You know, something to do. You know, like the local people there, you know, they probably get the extra revenues from just being in the area. That's good. Everyone eats off of WWE just by doing that. So as far as this now, it was just like people know what to do to get there. They probably could get tips from other people. It's like, okay, cool. Oh, I remember you, blah, blah, blah. That's where something out. Now they have workout buddies. They have someone to go with the shows together. So they have a ride. Now it become more of a family niche together because they've been at this camp. Yeah. Now because let's say how that tornado hurricane ended up being like the West Side Hustler. Now they formed tag teams, the tornado hurricane West Side Hustlers.
Did you just make that up?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I just wasn't
The West Side Hustlers?
I was like, wait.
The Hurricane West Side Hustlers, and now.
When he said hurricane at first, I was like, is he talking about Hurricane Hell?
No, the Red Hurricane, the West Side Hustler.
Okay.
What?
So them two come together.
I'm gonna ask a question. If you would ever become a wrestler for whatever reason, what would be your wrestler name?
Oh.
He's obviously been thinking about this.
He might be, gotta be like a Phoenix in there. So it might be called Brian Phoenix, or
you don't even look like a Brian.
That doesn't matter.
Brian Phoenix?
Yeah, or like.
So like if you were playing 2K and you were creating your own player.
Brian Phoenix.
Brian Phoenix is your character.
And after that, how that his finisher is the Phoenix Burn, or the Rising. Yeah, because like the Phoenix Burn.
Or the what? Or the Rising what?
rising bird.
First of all, that's
Rising
nothing wrong with
Phoenix,
that.
man.
The Rising Phoenix.
Yeah, like I've been thinking about this for a while.
Clearly, because you came prepared. Not knowing I would have asked that
The
question.
Phoenix Boo.
The what?
The Phoenix.
Phoenix boot.
Yeah.
That's mad lame, son.
Not even
That's mad lame. The Phoenix boot.
Yeah.
That's like a 1980s wrestler name. Hey, it's Brian Phoenix with the Phoenix boot. Oh my god, that should sound like something
That's definitely something
I
like,
like it.
wow.
1980s.
This is why I don't play 2K no more, man.
Why?
It's too commercial now.
Okay.
Too
So it's
commercial.
been-
No.
Yo, you know what?
It's
The first
VC
time.
points. It's like to really get in the game. Like it forces you to get VC points to spend real world money in the game just to get ahead.
My middle name is Brian. Can't use that name.
What?
Wait, what? Your middle name is Brian?
No, it's not.
It is.
You're lying.
It is.
I saw your ID.
JBD. Jarmel Brian Dixon. I mean Leo Brian Dixon.
Yo, I can't even laugh because it hurts. That's that funny.
Nigga.
That's how you know you're in a comfortable space where you just be like, bam. Like, wait a minute, that's not what
He
I'm
said it's
supposed to say.
government.
Oh, sorry. The prostitute could have come and get me. The prostitute was come and get me tonight. She knows my name. With the pimp. Oh, somebody's gonna attack me. Did I just call myself? Did I say Darnell? No, Leo. Because what is the?
Wait, so do your kids have middle names too?
Yeah.
What's their middle names?
Carter and Cameron. I didn't make them up.
Clearly.
It was my choice. It would have been like Leo Jr. and Brian. Or Brian.
Wait, so you would have singled one out?
Yeah, dickhead.
And the
Why
other.
would you do that?
You can't do
The
that.
light skin one, right?
First of all, you would have definitely. I told you to see you did Leo 2, Leo 3.
I would do that too, but she said no to everything.
Wait. You were serious about that?
Yeah.
You gonna name both children Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the first time was gonna be Leo too. Like, see, like I'm Brian. I'm either BRYAN or BRIAN, and then it would have been like one of those things.
Hold on, you either BRYAN or BRIN?
Yeah, because like the way my dad is a Paul Bryan, so I had his middle name. My mom spelled it wrong on the birth certificate.
Wow.
So like I'm either or. I want to be the
You
way
definitely
my dad
are what
spelled.
you're definitely how your mama spelled it on the birth certificate.
Yeah, you are.
That's just
My
straight up.
dad is my coming from my.
Yeah, no, she just said fuck it. I'm gonna.
Are your parents together?
No.
No.
They never were.
That's probably why she spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure.
She definitely was like, fuck this
Yeah,
nigga.
she's like fuck
It's-
that.
I'm spelling it a different way.
But I'm still applying though. Wait, y'all got
Yeah.
no names?
No.
I have middle
No.
name. Yeah, I do. I'll tell you okay.
What do you like, an elephant?
No,
I feel like you got some old woman's name.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's like,
I do
or some
not.
super black.
Like
Huh?
Betty Sue.
Rebecca?
Like
Do
Yvette.
y'all forget that I am half Spanish? So like my,
Oh, that's easy.
like,
So,
yo, like mine. First of all, my mom would never name me some old school shit. Like that's just not.
Like some
right.
old Spanish name like Titi.
It's not.
TT's not Spanish.
It's
That means
the word
aunt.
of mom.
Is it Jennifer?
No,
Catherine?
no,
Bella.
no.
Yo. Is it
This guessing game is amazing.
Rosalina?
No,
Rosalita?
Is it Rosa?
Maria?
no.
Estella.
Spell
Yo,
that.
y'all Spanish out there, B. Like, help us, B. Give us some oldie Spanish
No, it
names.
actually
Cynthia?
it's pronounced in a Spanish way. I feel like because that's just how it's always been, but it's spelled regular as the way that it is.
Maria.
No.
Marisol.
Yeah.
No, that's a pretty name, but no.
Angela.
It's someone he used to talk to.
Yeah,
I
so,
forget that I'm Mike, so that didn't work.
Hold on.
What's right there?
But yeah,
The Filipino one?
right into the
The
back.
Filipino one?
No,
Dawn?
no.
Is it Catherine?
No. If I give you another hint, then you get it.
Yeah, you have to give it up a hint.
Harlem.
Oh, you have this. So what?
But it's pronounced Alicia.
Oh.
But it's spelled the same.
Alicia.
That's how. Is that how y'all became friends?
No, you became friends because we went to junior high school together.
No, is that? Hey, my middle name is your first name.
No.
Let's be
I
friends.
don't know how we became we became friends. No, we were in the same class.
But she like OD aggressive, so I like you. You my friend.
No.
And she walk up to you that way. I feel like she did.
No.
Knowing that person.
No. She wasn't. I don't say she wasn't like that, but no.
She had her Timbs on and her.
Shit, we all had on Timbs.
From the plastic cup.
Can y'all not walk around now?
Can I have something to water?
Chill, guys.
I'm just parched.
Let's just finish the show, guys.
Anyway, so moving on. Wait, did neither one of you have middle names? I'm sorry.
No.
Is that a Haitian thing?
No.
No. It's just our middle names.
Nobody cared. They just incomplete with your name.
Our names are long enough
Did that
though.
have to do especially in school? Like,
First of all, yo, that shit sucked because like if you did alphabetical order, these niggas was always last. Like always. That shit sucked.
You said niggas didn't care. So wow.
He hit below the belt on
You
that
said
one.
niggas just didn't care about
Fuck
you.
y'all.
You said niggas just didn't care about you.
He said,
Or who you
fuck
were.
niggas.
Or why you alive.
I mean,
let's give you our last name and here's the first one.
I make up middle names sometimes too.
Why would you make up a middle name? Like, what's that gonna prove?
I like to be funny.
That
So,
shit ain't funny.
so I be telling
Does
girls,
bitches laugh at that?
they be getting tight.
Right, like so
I remember one time that I told some girl like, her middle name is Kevin Serbo.
Kevin Serbo from Hercules?
right, like
I told her that she looked like, for real, I was like, yeah, Kevin Serbo. I was like, why would they?
why would that be?
Why would you have two names?
Why would a full name be your
Your middle name.
And here's my comeback. My last name is it's two names, right? Well, it does make sense though.
That's true, because our last name is just 2 words.
Yeah.
That still does not warrant having a full ass middle
Listen,
name.
you believe me that my name is Yardley Kevin Serbo Pettiford.
Kevin Serbo from fucking Hercules.
Yo, that shit was popping up. That is Xena,
Yeah.
Warrior Princess.
Lucy Wallace?
Yeah, that shit's like that on Hulu.
Oh, it is?
That's Xena.
I know, but like I was not expecting you to give us.
I watched my first
Xena.
sex scenes watching that.
Xena, yeah.
Probably.
They had mad sex scenes in that show.
And Gabrielle. Then after that, Xena died. And after that, she was living inside of Gabrielle, like on some like craziness.
That's not crazy. That's a reincarnation.
No. Like she used to walk with like Gabrielle became mad tough. And Xena used to walk.
It really is on Hulu?
Yeah, Xena Warrior Princess. Yeah, it is.
How many seasons was that on for?
I don't know why.
Yo, you know she probably made some good money off that show because
Yeah.
she don't even do nothing anymore.
No, she don't need to.
Neither does Kevin Sorbo.
Kevin Serbo does like Christian movies.
He does Christian movies
Yeah,
because he has long hair, looks like Jesus,
Yeah.
the white Jesus.
He was in God's Not Dead 1, God's Not Dead 2,
Wait, God, what?
God's Not Dead.
Did you watch these movies?
Yeah.
They couldn't find out the first time?
Yo, that's a good one.
Oh, you on fire today? You on fire today?
Did you eat today?
Yeah, once, yeah.
Were you with 6'2"?
Did you shower today?
Was she? What's today? Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
You in a good mood.
I think she's your muse.
Nah, like I told her the story, she kind of looks at me weird now.
What story did you
What
tell
story
her?
Did you tell her?
Cause like about a month ago, this is very sad. This month ago, I was doing a delivery on the Lower East Side. That's why I'm never going to Christmas Street. I'm never getting a delivery.
You never going where again?
Christmas Street.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Oh, where? Oh, the village where
Yeah,
the gays are. Yeah.
So I'm doing dropping off delivery, and then a Mexican delivery guy comes to me. He's like, I'm like, yeah. I go upstairs, drop it off, and then I come back downstairs. He's leaving also. He goes, you didn't wait for me. You're like, oh, where you going? I'm like, I'm doing delivery, I'm leaving, I'm done. He's like, oh, no. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. So then he's like, can I get you that phone? I'm like, all right, that's my number. Hey, here you go. And then out of nowhere, he's texting me like, hey, what's up? Can I suck your dick? and then I'm like,
In what part of that did you not realize that you just gave your number to a whole ass nigga?
Mexican. I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know what it was for. And I'm like, yo, I'm doing deliveries, and I thought he wanted me to like help him.
So why would you just solicit your number like that? Not
Because
thinking
I was speaking
that.
Spanish like that, so I thought it would have been like.
So he G'd you?
He did. He bagged you.
He kept texting me like, I want to suck your dick. I want to suck your dick. Where you going right now? I'm going to suck your dick. Then I left him alone for a minute. Then he asked me where I live. I was like, I won't live.
Wait, you left him alone? So you responded to the sucking dick.
Yeah, I kept responding to him. No, I don't do that. I don't like gay people. I don't do that.
And then then you pause and start. This gets great. And
Nah, gay people are aggressive, son. When gay guys who act like that, they're very aggressive.
No, but it's just the fact that he solicit his shit. So like, you got what you got coming to you now.
I didn't know what was happening.
Leo, you replied back to him when she said that I suck your dick, right?
That should have been the moment where you blocked.
Talk about how that, yo, I don't do that. And you tell him.
And you said, no, I'm good. And
I'm
then,
good. For a picture.
And then he asked you for a picture of your dick.
He carried on the conversation. And you told him where you live at?
I told him, I said, I live on like the crack of like Mount Vernon and everything.
Why you told
And
me?
he's like, I live in Queens on Corona. I'm like, that's too far. I've been over there a few times.
But why would you say that's too?
Why would you even entertain?
Why you
And then you wonder why 6'2" looked at you sideways like, nigga, is you gay?
Because alright, so basically I shifted me sideways because like then he asked me, can I suck his dick? And then like I'm showing her the texts and everything like that. She's like, why'd you say this shit for? Are you gay? And I'm like, no, this guy.
Valid question
on my
though.
number
Smart.
and everything. And I'm just being a nice person, not to be.
No,
rude.
that's actually
I didn't
not a
be
nice
rude.
person.
You know what? I've been there before.
Wait, okay, now we're gonna leave your little interested ass. What?
Well, hold on. This morning, so
This morning?
Wait, time out. I got a story to tell.
Yo.
So I'm on the Long Island Railroad, right? And then I've been more active on Twitter. So then I was like, all right, cool. So then somebody followed me. I was like, yo, who followed me? I click on the fucking thing. It's mad dicks in some video. And I was like, oh! And then some ladies next to me, and then like I was there. I was trying to make sure she didn't see. I was like, what is this? I didn't even open it. It was just. I looked on the profile, and it was a gay porn star profile that followed me. This dicks on the first video on the tweet, and I was like, this is wild. But like I was saying.
Wait, but did you block or not?
I didn't want to go back on the page. I felt disgusted. I didn't think go back on the page. He followed me, so I'm not gonna see his tweets.
Oh.
So, and
Just gonna keep liking your shit with a bunch of dicks.
so the same thing happened to me once. There was this dude out there that was in my DMs, right? And he kept talking. He kept talking to me about some wild shit.
Not doing this today.
Why you not replying?
Right. Like, I mean,
I didn't want to be rude. I just didn't want to be.
there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I don't go that way.
I said hate crime to those people. Like if you say, hey, leave me alone, don't talk to me, then we're like, oh.
Just block them.
No, that's true. Though. I'm with you on that one because if you say the wrong thing, next thing you know, 5 years down the line, niggas try to get a contract and like, oh, he's a gay hater. Let's cancel him. Look at the text that he sent me. And nah, B, I'm gonna be nice.
Or you don't fucking reply.
And block.
You can't do that.
Why? Every day.
Think about it. They have a picture of you. They know how you look.
Yeah, who has a
They'll
picture
walk
of
past
you?
you.
Wait,
and
that
they'll
Mexican
call you
guy.
Like, hey, you disrespected me. He called me this. He called
So
me
you
that.
say that?
Wait, that
gay?
Mexican guy has a picture of you. Is what I'm getting from you.
No, like, no.
What'd you say? Get have pictures of you.
Because he seen me. He seen me. He kept trying to follow me. Like he had me for my number.
This nigga almost got raped.
Was he bigger than you?
No, he was kind of short. He was Mexican. Like you know, he was short. Like,
No, not all Mexicans are short.
I was just short, B.
have you met a Mexican like 6'5", 6'9"?
Yeah, look at
Yes, Tony
Alberto Del
Gonzalez,
Rio.
Alberto Del Rio.
He got me Spaniard too.
Nah, he was shorter than me. Like you had a bite.
Wait, so was he perfect dick sucking height or no?
What?
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 I just want to see if you can answer.
What?
What is perfect dick?
Dick sucking height. That's mad wild.
How's that wild? Can you not? It hurts. Don't make me
I don't
laugh.
even know what that is. Like you gotta get on your knees to suck dick. I mean,
You don't always have to get on your knees to
Mexicans
suck
always
dick.
like Mexicans are always dick sucking height.
No, they're not. Stop saying that.
They just gotta get down another level, like you know what I mean, and then they got that height. Maybe
So look, he's saying, you know what?
Can we move on, son?
What
Superstar
are
spotlight.
individuals saying? Well, Wait, can you just...
Mexican kids are always dick sucking, right?
Yeah.
No!
Oh my gosh.
No.
You talk about the Mexican, he's like, gay people always have pictures of you and they follow.
That shit. Wow.
Gay people take pictures of you.
What are you talking about? Oh, they don't.
You know something crazy? I found out somebody using my picture on Grindr.
Wait, so somebody catfish... Oh, wait a minute. So somebody has catfished somebody
Somebody
else
used my picture.
using your picture.
Is it the one that you like this?
Like this?
Is it that one?
Yeah.
Like some gay dude, like in my area, like he was like, "Hey."
That's how he sounded?
I can't. I'm trying to do gay right now. So
You trying to do gay right now? They don't, there's nothing,
What the fuck?
he was like, "Hey, I seen you while I was in the city." On Grindr, I was like, I don't do that. I don't do that. He was like, "No, I seen you. Like, you have a purple. You have cashmere." I was like, "No, I don't dress like that." He was like, "Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You're so good looking." Oh.
So that's where your confidence came from, son. Your confidence be through the roof, son.
Yo, that by far is the funniest shit I've ever heard. Yo, and I always keep wondering how people get catfish. Like, yo, that shit is crazy. Like, someone used your shit.
On game. They use me on a game. on
Yo,
I have been on a gay website before.
What? How?
Gay Instagram.
Is that gay Instagram?
Yeah, like
They have their own Instagram?
no, it's like these websites of men with butts. So
Oh.
How you on that?
I don't know. So
What?
what?
I thought I told y'all this.
No, first of all, I would have remembered very well that your ass was on a gay ass website.
No, it wasn't a website. It was Instagram. It was like these Instagram pages of like men with nice butts. So that
That's
like
a compliment.
So then like it was like I've been on a couple of them. So like low-key I have like a legit gay following. I don't know. I'm not actually sure, but I think it is. So like there'll be a spike in like my following like every couple months. And then one time somebody liked this shit or somebody followed me and I was like, yo, who is this? And I clicked on it. And then it was like a whole page of niggas with asses. And then one of them was like, yo, this is my crush. My MCM of the day, Sir Wilkins. Check out this ass. This ass is mad fat. And then like that was like 8 months ago, like 6 months ago, I was on another page. Look at Sir Wilkins here, the warrior. That's him squatting, and his ass is mad fat.
Wait, do they spell it with like a P?
Like yeah, P.
P-H-A-T.
And then I would get like it doesn't bother me, but it's like I'll get like these men start following me, and then like you look at their profile picture, it's like this nigga gay. It's like you like this nigga gay.
Oh my god.
So then I told you about that random DM I got.
No.
Oh, this was the wildest shit I ever seen. You know we get a request DM?
Yeah.
So I got one of those. I was like, yo, who is this? Because I get them sporadically from like the podcast page. Like some people might see me on the pod and like, oh, hey, you like wrestling and blah, blah, blah. So, first of all, the picture was only somebody's ass.
Yeah.
It was a picture of somebody's ass.
Just like one cheek or two cheeks?
And then the dude was Mexican. He's like, hey, I'm from Mexico. I love your ass. Your ass is beautiful. I want you to fart in my face and then smell the juices coming off your ass. That shit was the wildest. I was like, I'll read you the rest later on when I get my phone, but it was just wild. I was like, yo, not responding to this. This is left. No. I did respond because I didn't want to seem crazy. So then,
I think responding would have been crazy.
so I was like, yo, no, because first he said hi to me. He's like, hey, first he said,
somebody should make Sir Wilkins a Grindr.
that's not funny, son. That's not funny. Who said that?
Who said that? You're fucking dying.
Yo. Oh my god.
So then I respond, I was like, yo, hey, first he said, hey, what's up? And I was like, yo, hey, what's up? They started going crazy. I was like, yo, I don't go that way. And he said, oh man, that sucks.
Yo, Yo, Dre ain't shit. Rainbow Nation, Wolfpack Wilkins. Yo, I hope he did not change your nickname in the group chat.
So then that shit was wild. I was like, yo, what is this shit? But I'm telling you, every couple months, I get a random spike in followings. And it's like, yo, like a good 5 or 20 people start following me. And it's usually guys. And I'm like, yo, who is this? And that's why I stopped posting for a while, me squatting. Cause
What?
Huh?
Yo, I don't know how we get
And then I don't mean to talk about my I don't mean to talk about my ex.
Shit.
But one time I was trying to make jokes with her. The same thing you do with 6'2". I sent her the screenshot. I sent her the screenshot of like some dude trying to like talk, and she's like, "Nigga, you gay? Nigga, you gay? Why you responding to him? Nigga, you gay? You gay? You fucking gay, nigga? Nigga, you gay?" And I was like, "Yo, but we're gonna make jokes together?" And she was like, "This ain't no fucking. It's not funny. Just let me know if you gay. Just let me know if you gay." And I was like, "I'm not. I just want to make jokes." I guess we ain't gonna make no jokes about this.
Wait, so after, okay, we're gonna move on real quick. So 162 asked you that. What did you say?
If I was gay?
Yeah.
Yo, it's gonna be a sad, funny story again. So we tried after that. I was like, I'll show you I'm gay. So I tried to have sex with her, and then like,
What?
so I did what you do, but I did the opposite. I didn't let her nut. And then she left, and then she came back. She said that she felt weird that she didn't nut. And then that night, we did it again, and then I didn't make myself or her nut again, and then she just felt all weird inside. So she just...
So
She got angry?
punished her because you showed her some
called me
gay shit.
gay.
Well, my nigga, you showed her some gay shit.
Yeah, but he wasn't gay though.
He's replying. Why'd you block
The
after a while?
reply is definitely
you
questionable.
gay.
That's
You
why.
gay. Yeah, you sucked your dick last week. Now you're getting dick sucked this week. What is it, son? You give it or take it. What is it?
Talk about him.
I'm topping.
Wow. Wow.
Why did you respond?
Because he's used to responding.
He just admitted that he's a top.
No, I'm not a top. No. I said if I ever, like, I'm a top. No, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. But if I was gay, like, I'm not taking anything. I'm just giving all that shit out.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah, I got due respect for gay people though, son. I was watching American X, American History X. Yeah, remember the part where he got raped in the bathroom?
Yeah.
That shit was wild, B. American History X. Who talking about?
I was just having a conversation this morning about like, gay people get fucked in the ass so much times. How are their shits? Are their shits just jump out the ass?
Who are you talking to about this?
Live feed.
Live feed.
Who are you talking to about this?
Yes.
Who did you randomly have a conversation with? Like, hey, since you know people get fucked in the ass, is this shit loose or hard?
No, not loose, hard, but just plops right out. Or they have to just run to the bathroom so they just shit themselves.
Okay.
People that run to the bathroom and try not to shit themselves has IBS. Not because they're gay.
No, because they get fucked in the ass a lot. So they just eat.
Okay, so we're gonna move
the
on.
bitches can get fucked in their ass though.
And the same thing happens to them though. It gets loose. Yeah.
That's wild. No ma'am.
I watch a lot of porn movies about like about careers.
Yeah, you can see like you could just take a dark hole in the ass. Like you see a pink.
Yo, I got it.
Can we move on?
No, I got it. Cause all I saw was like
I got mad work to do.
And universe and black holes. That's all I saw.
All right, so yeah.
All right, so as this is a weird segue into our superstar spotlight, Jonathan Gresham, who's been in the business almost 15 years. He's been in the game 14 years and has traveled around the world and wrestled in over 15 countries. He is currently signed to Ring of Honor. He comes out of Atlanta, Georgia's wrestling school, WWE 4, behind Mr. Hughes, who used to be a valet in WWF time, and Jay Fury. Jonathan has also wrestled for other promotions such as CZW, where he was the former CZW World Heavyweight Champion. along with Westside Extreme Wrestling, IWA Midwest, Full Impact Pro, and also TNA and Evolve. And some of his wrestling influences are Rey Mysterio, Bam Bam Bigelow, Dean Malenko, Jushin Thunder Liger, Low Key Hardy Boys, and Alex Shelley of Machine. There you go. So guys, we saw him wrestle him and Zack Sabre Jr. at ROH show in December, and I was blown away. Like, he's by far one of the most up and coming, most technical wrestlers I think in the business right now. He started out very, very young, so he's only 30. So half of his life he's been wrestling, and I think he's just really getting better and better, and he hasn't even really hit his prime yet. So my question to you gentlemen, as always, with our Superstar Spotlight, what is a dream match?
Him versus Marcus Marquise, because they kind of look alike.
Well, no, it would be him. It would have to be him, Kenny King, and Marcus Marquis.
In a triple threat match.
Triple threat.
So you gotta put black heroes against each other now or something?
It's just wrestling.
No, it's just.
Oh, shout out to Isaiah Wolf. His match against Shane Strickland.
Yes, coming up, I am so sad I will not be here. It is the day before our Fastlane viewing party in Staten Island. For more information, go on our Instagram and Facebook. I'll make sure to post it on the Facebook. But it will be Isaiah Wolf versus Shane Strickland at Warriors of Wrestling. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so sorry I cannot be there. And I've known about this. I've been hushed about this match for months.
It's in Staten Island?
So it is in Staten Island. I do believe so.
No, it's in Brooklyn.
Let's see.
I think it's in Brooklyn.
Okay, let's see. Hold on.
You got a new case?
Yeah, I did.
You got money.
I don't. It's cost me like $7.
Oh, you got money.
I have $7. Please hold.
She got money.
I don't have money.
She got money to blow.
I don't. Shit. Y'all fucked up because I bought the. This is where karma came and ate me in my ass.
Pause.
So pause. But I can say that. So, so if you don't know, Sasha Banks, New Day, Finn Balor, Alexa Bliss, had like new exclusive chalk line stuff that came out, and it only came out at Foot Locker in Times Square.
Did you get Jaquan's jacket?
I not only got Jaquan, both the Seth Rollins and Sasha Banks, but I bought the Sasha Banks jacket because the shit was fire. Like, I would have regretted not buying it, because what Sasha Banks and New Day did is they recreated. New Day did TLC's Red Light or Sexy Cool album cover, and then Sasha Banks redid Kendrick Lamar's Good Mad City album. Yeah. Which her jacket honestly is the best out of all of them. So I ended up buying that one, and I was just like, fuck. But now I have something to wear for WrestleMania weekend. Cool. Let's see. Hold on, Shane Strickland. I'll take you 2 seconds. Because it is on Saturday.
It's in Brooklyn, I think.
March 9th. I don't think it's in Brooklyn, y'all.
I'm pretty sure it's in Brooklyn.
Okay. Somebody calling you. Oh, it is in Brooklyn. You're right. Apologies. So it is in Brooklyn at St. Finbar's Catholic Church, where the WWE Hall of Famer Ted DiBiase and Virgil will be there as well, but also our boy is wrestling Shane Strickland, so please go out there and support. And also Chavo Guerrero will also be there, and Mercedes Martinez will be in action. So this is actually a very hard-hitting card that's going on in Brooklyn the night before Fastlane. So once again, for more information, you can go on to our Instagram and Facebook pages. What is a dream match with Jonathan Gresham?
I ain't gonna front that actually my research on that. I didn't. So.
He didn't research Jonathan Gresham.
Oh, so you don't know who he is?
No, not this.
So that's your homework. You gotta YouTube some matches. He's really, really good. Really, really up and coming. And he's also the husband of Jordan Grace. So.
Oh, that black dude.
Yes.
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 Good
yes.
Yep.
He actually knows Homework from Black Wrestling Alliance.
He does?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They have like pictures together of them like eating lunch together.
Oh, that's cool. Well, because he's actually been over in the UK for a while, wrestling and stuff.
Did you hear what Velveteen Dream did to Black Wrestling Alliance?
No. Tell me.
Oh, you didn't hear about it?
No, tell me.
So,
I've been sick.
So Velveteen, so he posted a picture of like NXT Black, because all the black guys from the NXT, the new NXT roster, they're all like chilling there, took a huge picture together. Then Velveteen DM'd Mr. Black Wrestling Alliance and said, hey, take my picture down. You're not allowed to have this picture up. And WWE Creative will be, the WWE management will be contacting you shortly.
Ooh, but did they though?
No, he took it down. He ended up reposting like another way.
Damn, I would have kept it up and see if they came at you. Oh, I would have, because listen, good, bad PR is good PR. Always.
Yeah, I would have kept it too.
I would have kept that shit up.
And then he
was he not keeping kayfabe? Like, I'm not.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I saw some people were saying, like, talking about it, and some people were saying that, and like maybe he's trying to not keep kayfabe.
That's how Dream was when he was out in New Orleans. Like, he really wasn't trying to interact with nobody. Like, he was keeping kayfabe.
And then what's the girl that's is it Kyla Braxton? That's her name?
Yeah, with the freckles.
Yeah, she responded to it because he posted about it but put the letters in purple, and then she's like, was this Velveteen? Because she knew the purple gave it away.
Yeah.
He's in love with Braxton.
Yeah, who isn't? I keep hearing about it. Everybody love her.
It's the freckles.
It's the freckles, and it gives that more natural like look.
Yeah,
Because you know she don't wear much makeup if you can see her freckles.
Yeah.
You know. It's not so much rumor this week, but I just wanted to bring up that it has been, we're getting closer and closer to WrestleMania 35, which means we're getting closer and closer to finding out where WrestleMania 36 will be next year in 2020. So there has been some more rumbles where, in the beginning they were talking about Minnesota, they were talking about Atlanta, but we are getting more and more people saying, and some sources down in Tampa, that Tampa, Florida will be the home of WrestleMania 36 coming April 5th at the Raymond James Stadium, the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and also the home of one of the, I think, 8 teams participating in the new season of the XFL coming in 2020 as well.
Did you hear what happened when the XFL came back?
What?
Oh, because somebody tried to buy it first, and Vince pulled out his dick and said, "No, I'm gonna relaunch it before you can even buy it."
Because the dude offered him, was it 50 mil or something like that?
Offered him a good chunk amount of money.
I think he wanted
And it's the guy that started, was it the AAF?
AAF
or something? Same guy started his own football league, but he wanted to buy XFL, and apparently Vince was like, "No." And Vince relaunched XFL, and here we go. So look at that. So, but I think I'm excited that Tampa has not had WrestleMania yet, but the state of Florida has. There's been, I believe 3 WrestleManias in the state of Florida.
Wait a minute. So is in Florida is
Miami.
Miami had it.
No, I'm talking about these major cities in Florida. Orlando, Miami.
Oh, there's Orlando, Miami,
Tampa Bay,
Tampa. You have Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
That's about it.
And you have
That's about it.
That's it.
I'm about to say the Marlins. That's a
Oh, it's Miami.
no, the Marlins. Oh yeah, they moved to Miami for Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it's interesting. As someone that's gone to Mania in Orlando, I love the fact that I love it being in a city where you can do other things outside of wrestling.
What can you do in Tampa?
There's Busch Gardens. There's a whole bunch of other shit you can do in Tampa, but definitely Busch Gardens.
There's nothing you can do in Tampa, so.
Busch Gardens.
Besides Busch Gardens.
No, but when I say, there are other things you can find out. I definitely would try to see where John Cena lives, because I think that shit is interesting, and see what the contracts are.
Huh?
Wait, what?
There's laws against you.
I didn't say I was gonna break into the man's house.
But trying to find where he lives. There's laws against you.
You can drive by. They do in LA. They had the TMZ tour in LA.
There's laws.
So what's the top 5 residence houses you want to check out?
Oh, I definitely. Good question. I like your style. I would definitely like Chris. You know what I watched the other day? So they have on the network, because at times I watch random shit. They had this show, and I was missing Mean Gene Oakland one night, so I was like, yo, let me watch WWE Confidential. It used to be this show that it's on the network. So, and I was hyped, because I was like, oh shit, I remember watching this back in the day. So the episode I was watching was, and there are actually some really good episodes. There's an episode about Brock on there, about how he started amateur wrestling and then became in professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But the episode I watched, they did like an MTV kind of cribs of Booker T's house. That shit was dope.
How does it look? It was in Texas, right?
Yeah. So it's fucking huge. He has a fucking golf course in his backyard. Like,
well, honestly speaking, if you're a top guy and you live anywhere in the South, your crib is gonna look fire.
Yeah, you're gonna get a nice piece of land for.
He was a top guy in WCW, and he was like the upper.
No, he had a really nice house. Like it was like a 2-story house.
His wife is beautiful.
Wife is very beautiful.
Charmaine is like mad pretty.
But in terms of wrestlers, like if I could do like an MTV like cribs type thing, I definitely would want to see John Cena's house because I definitely would want to see where this contract lives in this house.
You gonna go through his stuff?
I definitely know. I would just be like, where the contract is. I honestly would love to see like Vince McMahon's house.
There's laws against you.
He's saying if I could, relax.
You know whose house is fire? I know for a fact they got a firehouse. I'll be following on Instagram. Triple H and Stephanie.
Oh, because they got a whole ass gym in their house.
They have a legit
whole ass full size
badass gym in their house, in their crib, son. And I always say this shit. Anytime I feel like I'm working hard, I look at Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, son. They did a first of all, they work out like 4 a.m.
Crack of dawn.
No, not even 4 a.m. They work out because they have like 15-hour days, and then they get their trainer come up, and they work out like at whatever time they get home before they like put the babies to bed. Then I remember watching WrestleMania 20, the behind the scenes shit, and the one with Triple H was on there, and they were going through his day for WrestleMania. So from what I remember, he wakes up at whatever time he woke up, was at the stadium. It was when they were in Dallas.
Oh my God, Dallas! I felt like Dallas was like, like it was, came in.
So they were at Dallas, and he's there until fucking 12 a.m. Runs to the gym, gets a workout in. From the gym, he has to go back for walkthroughs. He goes back for walkthroughs. It's like 3 a.m. He's going back for walkthroughs and make sure shit is correct. And then he goes to sleep for a couple hours and then he wakes up again. Like, that whole production is amazing. This is why I know people shit on WWE here and there. What they do is like the biggest traveling circus in the fucking world.
Like literally when Raw and SmackDown ends the week of WrestleMania, it's like you're called to that city that Wednesday and you're there for a whole ass week. Like you're
I don't know if you guys want to do it. They open up volunteer.
Oh, for access?
No, for everything. For WrestleMania, for access.
I definitely think I would volunteer for access though.
You work dumb early. It's like 6 a.m. They have different shifts.
Yeah.
They have 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. like different types of shit. But Jen sent me the link.
They pay you?
No, they don't pay you. But you can win WrestleMania tickets. You can win 2 pairs of WrestleMania tickets. They give you some merch, obviously. It's like a dope thing, but
no, but it's a good thing, and they do it in every city. Because I think one year we tried to do it in was it Dallas? When the last time I went to access? I think it was when we went to Dallas. I think me, Pete, and Alex Easter, we all tried to apply for the volunteer. No, it was Orlando. I'm lying. Orlando, we tried to apply, but it was too late.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't live in the state, so they want like people that volunteer. They want you actually in the city there like the entire week. Yeah,
they had a couple of shifts in there. I was like, yo, I might do, but then I don't have the time for it. But going back to Triple H, bro, like
he's on another level.
He is.
And I was like, yo, why? And then I think about him, The Rock, and the reason why The Rock could do what he does is because he was in wrestling.
That schedule, like, it sticks to you. It's your life, right?
But it's crazy, though, to me.
No, it is.
Because even when Real Life Kaz was talking about his schedule in the WWE, you're literally home for 2 days out the week.
Yeah.
But you're traveling so much.
But you can see it even on like Total Divas and stuff. Like that was the whole issue between Naomi and the Uso that she's married to, because you're not gonna tell the difference. But their issue was whatever.
They have names though.
One of the issues is that, especially like being a married couple in the WWE, is like being on different brands too at times. And there was a time I think she was worried. I think when they started the draft, she was worried about them drafting the Usos to Raw and she staying on SmackDown. So I think it's very interesting, like, as couples, like...
Oh, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, like, and then when you really realize it, like, the couples that have been together for a long time, they end up being on the same brand. Like, look at Renee and Dean. You look at Lana and Rusev, they're together.
But I think that plays a factor when they draft them. Just on some, like... I know we talk about WWE being like some ruthless motherfuckers, but I think they actually care about that part. Like, yo, y'all together. Let's keep y'all together, because I mean, it
was the same when Natalya and when Tyson Kidd was wrestling, and when he was tagged with Cesaro, it was all together all the time, because that's how husband. Like, you gotta realize there is a life after. Like, life
you end up pulling some leader shit.
You end up in some leader shit.
I think I could never let her leave that down, because that program was so lit. And by the way, we're about to talk about Raw right now. I listened to Leo Rush on Leland Garcia's podcast.
Oh, Jess told me about that too. Jess told me about that.
I couldn't. It was too early in the morning for some deep shit like that.
Yeah.
I almost cried in the morning, son.
Rush is deep, B.
Like he's been through some major issues.
Yeah.
But you should also listen to not Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair.
Oh.
Her one is hers is the one episode before, because Lillian's on her Black History Month shit.
Sweet.
So she's been like, trying to get the black wrestlers.
To Westing interview too, Buddy Murphy interview too.
Buddy's pretty good.
I just want to know if him and
Mustafa's pretty good too.
I think they are.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
But Leo Rush's interview, one, he's mad young.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting how young he is.
No,
he's literally Nicholas' age.
That's the one thing I always remember from even meeting him when he did Pete's show in Jersey. I'm like, yo, this nigga just started drinking, if he did drink. Like,
yeah, he's like dumb young. And he helped Patrick with his promo that got him on Tough Enough.
Ooh.
But he didn't get on Tough Enough.
Oh, shit.
Because he felt sometimes, he's like, yo, I helped him cut this promo.
I mean, but y'all ended up in the same place.
But it ended up, what's funny is that
y'all past was just different.
He ended up like flaming the indie scene. From the indie scene, he goes on WWE NXT for how many months?
3 or 4.
3 or 4 months. Goes on 205 for like
a hot second.
Literally a week. Then ends up being on the main roster. And it just works when people are like, yo, your path is your path. But Lillian Garcia shit, you gotta listen to it with Leo.
Definitely been telling me more.
What Jess said.
But no, Jess said the thing. She was like, I got a newfound respect for Leo Rush. That's all she said. And I was just like,
I like Leo Rush.
Off of what? And she was like, I just heard Lillian Garcia's podcast.
Yo, Jess be with mad jokes online, son. We have beef. They be funny though.
Don't have beef.
They be funny. They be funny.
You don't want beef. You don't want beef. Trust me. But all right, let's move on to our Raw and SmackDown recap segment. 2 ups, 2 downs.
Good wrestling lately.
This week, yes, you know, wrestling has definitely. We've been sitting on this rug Indian style, and the niggas pulled the rug and said, "Get the fuck up" this week. So I'll start with Mr. Black. What was your thoughts on Raw? I mean, you can leave out the Avi, and we all can talk about the Avi ones, but
I mean, can't say nothing about Raw because Roman Reigns don't have cancer no more. So that's
it's a remission.
Cancer. Is in remission.
You don't have cancer.
It's not that he doesn't have cancer.
Don't have cancer.
I just don't want you to sound ignorant. He does not have cancer. He still does have cancer.
You see, and I come from that church background. You know, I'm speaking life into the situation.
No, it's life because he came back and he said that he's gonna start wrestling again. I mean, I just want to be sorry.
This nigga pulled the TD Jakes. He said, I'm speaking life into the situation. Because the good Lord has told me to speak life into this.
But the good Roman Reigns that was on Good Morning America told us that he's in remission. So.
You see, you have to understand, you think the doctors have the last word, but the Lord have the final say.
You know what? When the Lord decides to strike a little ass down.
How?
For stuff.
I'm telling you how great my God is. How much that He works miracles.
My God is great, and He's great all the time. My
God is greater. Awesome. You know, that's my God. That's He's able to do.
Yo, get to your 2 ups and 2 downs.
So right now, I'm giving a rare award of golden up. You know.
You said a golden up?
Yes.
What?
I think he just made that up right there.
Golden up. Got that from Simon Miller. From World Culture.
Okay.
Think, why are you stealing shit?
Because it's Simon Miller, baby.
But at least he gave the credit where credit was due.
So Simon Miller, you know, that's my first ever golden up. You know, that is one.
The golden up goes
up.
to
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns in remission.
Let's talk about that for a second, though.
Wait, wasn't he just in remission from before?
So I did some research about the leukemia he has.
Talk about it.
There's different types of leukemia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where I think he has a chronic leukemia where it pops in and out sometimes, and it's constantly on your mind. And what we're used to, what society shows us as cancer patients, is bald head, you're weak, stuff like that. The thing about it, he doesn't have an extreme version of leukemia where you have to have that heavy radiation type of shit. His treatment is a lot on the lower side of dosage. So he'll still have his hair. He'll lose a little bit of weight, obviously, but it's not extreme as that. Because I felt the same way. I ain't gonna lie, I was ignorant too. I was like, yo, you just come back here and you good. But the type of leukemia that he has particularly is not the one where it's this heavy dosage type of radiation you have to take, where it comes and goes, but it's part of his life.
Oh, so it's kind of like when you have cold sores, it's come and goes, but you don't have the actual herpes.
Okay, that is the example you want to use.
That is not the same thing.
Not the
But we're not gonna even continue on that.
Oh.
We're not gonna continue on that.
No cigar.
No.
Herpes and there's cold sores, you know.
No, herpes is cold sores.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, but you know how people get the herpes.
No. The
Or
herpes
sucking
is the
dick.
cold sores. The bumps are the bumps.
Well, we all technically have herpes.
Yeah, 2 in 3 people have herpes.
Okay.
So, Leo, you have herpes.
He's probably
I've never had a cold sore before.
I never had a cold sore either.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
No shade.
Dang.
Super
I
surprised.
never had a cold sore.
No. Then you, okay. You?
Never had a cold sore.
Okay, so so like you continue to say what you were saying. Continue to say what you were saying.
Okay, so Roman returning.
But like I was saying, if they use this right, this man must be the biggest baby face in the company,
Yes.
son.
Or he can be the biggest heel.
Cause he came back, and I was like, yo, motherfuckers just barking in the audience.
Yeah, I'm not. Everyone knows I'm not the Roman Reigns fan. I'm not gonna jump in the bandwagon. I'm gonna keep the same energy at all times.
I'm not.
But I can appreciate the wrestler. I can appreciate what he does for the business and the pop that he had. You know, the fast, quick new merch that he got. Because I bet you, bottom dollar, at the top of the show when they opened them doors, that shirt wasn't there. But when that show ended, that shirt was probably on merch. So it's not to take away
He beat cancer.
from
baby.
Roman. He didn't beat cancer.
Nah, he beat cancer. He put cancer in the headlock, put him down and said, shh.
He's a Magic Johnson wrestler.
He definitely
Whoa.
is not.
Magic Johnson has AIDS.
No, Magic Johnson has the cure.
And he beat it.
He didn't beat it. He still lives with it.
I'll believe you. I told my student that too.
What?
I told my student that in health class. I was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is my conspiracy theory. Don't listen to me, but this is what I believe. So shh, listen up. She's like, okay. I was like, you ever heard of Magic Johnson? She's like, I kind of did. Who is that? He's a basketball player from the 1980s. He ended up contracting HIV. Not AIDS, because AIDS is different. AIDS is like the final stage. Nigga, you dying.
You're done.
AIDS, you dying. I said he contracted HIV. And he's still happy and living a great life. His wife don't have HIV. He's chilling. So, I think he found a cure. Mr. Wilkins, why do you think that?
Because this nigga's still living out.
Because he's out here living his best life. And he never even really talks about his
That nigga never
HIV.
sick like that.
She's like, are you sure, Mr. Wilkins? I'm not sure. Take what I say with a grain of salt. Do your research. Question everything. Class dismiss.
What she said.
Okay, Mr. Wilkins.
Okay, bye. Because that's awkward. Like, as fuck. Like, question everything you see. What? Okay, bye.
It's gonna hit her. It's gonna hit a couple of years. You know, it's gonna hit her. Like, but you do something.
How old is he now?
Who, Magic?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely over 50.
Look that up.
Like 80.
He's definitely not 80.
You know black people don't age.
Yeah, but he's definitely not 80.
He's not 80. He has to be.
You know us black
I
people
would say
don't
definitely around that 50, 60.
You know us niggas don't age.
I know niggas don't age, but still, like, niggas is age. Like,
But anyways.
He's not Harry Belafonte.
Except for Coons. Except for Coons.
Okay.
He was born in
1940?
1959.
1959.
Oh, he's 59.
See? Okay, thank you.
Okay, so.
His wife's name is Cookie Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Oh, but he has a gay son.
Yes. You didn't know that either?
Your wife's so
Are
excited
you
to
gonna
say
slide
that.
in his DM?
He thought about it. He thought he said, maybe I
He lost
should.
mad weight too, actually.
I don't care.
Okay.
He lost weight too, right? Wanna fuck him too?
Yo, can
Are you asking him to fuck you? Because if so,
Yo, can we continue with Raw?
this is as raw as it gets.
Can we continue with Raw, son?
He's asking you.
Me?
Can we continue with Raw?
Air fry.
I'll fuck him up.
Oh, shoot, another air fry.
Yo, can you continue with Raw?
Yo, so that's my golden but overall, like, I have no real,
Y'all clowns.
I have no real complaints. I have no complaints at all.
Oh, that
Except for,
whole Rhonda dropping the title, that has to be down. I don't care.
No, yeah, that's the biggest down because yo, she just sound mad unbelievable. Like she sound like I applaud the effort, but it didn't touch my soul. It was just like probably touched like the whiskers on my beard, like
Rhonda doesn't have dramatic appeal when she does shit.
Her facial expression all the
She's
time. It's mad hard, and it's not a shade to Rhonda.
Not even
It's
sexy
just,
hard
That's
either.
just what, right? Like it's just hard.
Yeah.
Like imagine fucking her in the bedroom and that face. This is like hard.
No, I will not promote this toxic masculinity.
Oh
Oh
please.
my god. She probably could pick me up like this, you know?
You mean bitch press you?
Yeah. Yo, if a girl could breast press me,
Would you
I'm
find that
married.
sexy or not?
Find that max sexy.
So you want somebody has 6'2" bench pressed you?
Not yet, no.
Has she picked you up?
Yeah, I jumped on her back. Yeah,
She flipped you over?
No, she gives me back carries. What do you call that? Piggyback rides?
She gives you piggyback. She gives
Wait,
you
she gives
piggy.
you
Your girl gives you
piggyback
piggyback rides.
Yeah.
And you like that shit. That
That's
shit
bad?
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have to walk sometimes. I just jump on her back. Just carry her.
Okay, so now let's see.
Oh, God.
Reverse. Have you given her a piggyback ride?
Can't do that.
Yo, this is the wildest thing I ever heard. He said, did anybody catch that? Sometimes I don't feel like walking, so I
The
jump on her
lazy
back.
shit. The lazy shit I've heard. And then that's why I said, well, reverse, because, you know, she gets tired at times.
No.
This nigga said no.
Can't do that.
All
I mean,
right.
you can't or you won't.
With my Raw, okay, we'll just get right into it.
Yeah, we can just go right into it.
The way it ended was phenomenal. And the reason why we mentioned this earlier when I was like, nobody knew he was coming. There was rumblings about Batista making a comeback,
Yeah, like,
blah, blah, blah. We reported about it.
We knew about it a little
But
bit.
we didn't know when.
we didn't know when, what part,
How and what was going on. And they also kind of played down the rumor a couple times. Was like, well, he might not be coming back. He's supposed to be fighting Triple H, but then, you know, we don't know if it's going to happen.
Right, because if you remember back at the SmackDown 1000 or whatever it was, show where you had the reunion of Evolution, it was hella awkward.
It was.
Between Triple H and Batista, and it just was like, and Batista just straight up was like, the only way I'll come back is if I'm facing, like, if we go one-on-one. And Triple H looked at him like, yeah, nigga, whatever. So that's why when he did what he did on Monday, it made so much sense.
It made purpose. It was great storytelling.
Oh.
And then the way he ended, that gets your attention.
Like, that shit scared me.
And then it was fun. It was like really well done the way like Triple H got out the ring. Like he looked scared. Then he ran to the back and then like everybody was like, what's going on?
That they had everybody out there in that ring. And they brought out Sting, they brought out Shawn with hair, by the way. They brought out, who else?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Ricky, that looks like a whole snap, and then some.
Second time you're saying this.
Whole snap.
Yes.
Twice.
And she said that when we at the event, when we were there.
Whole snap. They brought out all these people that had the whole locker room out on the stage. And then they left poor old Ric Flair by himself. Like, shout out to Russell Shade. Y'all know I live.
Shout out to him.
I live for every clip that man does on Instagram. If you do not follow him, please do Russell Shade on Instagram. So he did his little spiel. I was just like, yo, where was Charlotte? Where was his wife? Like, ain't nobody was around Rick when he was getting hurt. Like,
where was the Burrow? I mean, for Burrow the real. Where's Andronis? He wasn't there to protect him.
That's his stepfather. That's his
it's
father-in-law.
Man.
It's his father-in-law right now.
It's his father-in-law. They ain't married. But
they
got lost.
Nah, they're gonna get married.
No.
That Latino he's putting on Charlotte right now.
That's why she acted spicy on SmackDown. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But
the Latino heats.
Latino heat. When he started dating China, that's when I really had a crush on China.
You see, that's how I feel like we covered that last week, about entrance music. I just feel like
we did.
Yeah, like you see the Latino heat thing, you fit them, B. It fit them, like, yeah. But I felt that they did Latino heat for the modern day time, it'd be a club banger, B. Like, you probably have
because they would add lyrics to that.
Yeah.
This is the era, theme songs right now is the era where you can go to karaoke, and if that song was there, you can sing it lyric for lyric.
Yeah.
Hands down, there are only a handful of songs in, attitude, sexual aggression. Like, there are only a handful. First of all, whoever harmonized that shit, I want to know who the fuck that was, because that was hilarious.
Some fat nigga.
But back in the day, that's not funny. Back in the day, there was no real lyrics. Like, you couldn't really sing songs. Now, like, full on lyrics. So it's different.
I mean, like, they had a couple. Well, isn't it the big show?
That was it.
The big fat show tonight, dog.
That was it.
That was and looped.
Raw was good. So you want to go on SmackDown?
Raw was good. SmackDown.
SmackDown. Yo, first of all.
Okay, now before we throw up our, Black Panther fist, let's all just take a step back, because what?
I said this.
Let's play the what if scenario.
I said it.
Said what?
Said on Instagram.
First of all, let's talk about R-Truth defending the title.
So I gotta do it for like it's cool to defend the title, but I gotta do it for the white man. I can do it for Black History Month.
What are you talking about?
Like I do
It's in February.
You gotta do it for John Cena, his hero.
Because John Cena did the open challenge thing, yeah.
And John Cena's everybody's hero. He's my hero.
He ain't my hero.
Who's your hero?
D'Lo Brown.
Lord, make sure you tell him that when we meet him.
Tell
I want you to.
John Cena's my hero.
Word for word. I want you to play your beat. And I will tell him, he talks about you all the time. Jesus Christ.
I gotta do this with him too.
Oh, we should all do it.
You guys should do it. I'm just gonna stand there.
Looking at the real deal now. I'm about to kick your sorry ass up out on these streets.
I fucking dare y'all when we go and meet them, you just yell that shit hard. I want to add a 10.
Oh, I'm being mad ignorant. And then I want to take a picture with all the nation.
Yep.
We are the nation of domination.
I feel like we should even get them t-shirts and give them to them. Here, just take this. Whenever you feel like wearing it, wear it. When you're in Vegas, D-Lo, wear it.
With the black gold logo?
Maybe.
Yes.
I renamed gold to black gold.
Black, not, what?
Okay, so SmackDown was really good.
That fucked me all the way up.
No, we're moving on. We're moving on.
Did that not fuck you up just now?
No, we're moving on. SmackDown was really good. And
Vince McMahon pulling out his big dick status.
The Hardy Boys are back.
Yeah. Matt Hardy looks great.
Matt Hardy does
like version 1 Matt Hardy.
He lost some weight.
He lost quite a few pounds.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of weight.
He's definitely too, he's not limping no more.
Oh, no,
he got some rest. And then Reba's giving him some.
Out here sucking good.
Reba's a good woman, son. Loyal. And she from Queens?
And she from New York, yeah.
And she Spanish?
Everyone outside of New York get you a New York chick. Change your whole life.
Y'all weird.
What do you mean y'all weird?
I love y'all, but I love y'all New Yorkers, but y'all Jersey girls should be a lot better though.
Same shit. So moving on.
No, it's not.
I mean, just because they learn how to drive at 16 versus at an adult age. Or being reckless as fuck.
Or nasty.
So just say that Jersey girls are a little bit nasty. Or just say the girls you fucking with in Jersey are nastier. Say that.
So,
right.
Vince replacing Kevin Owens, I loved it. Great storytelling. Because now you have Kofi as the real underdog in the situation.
The real
I can swear, I be saying this.
Okay.
Niggas can't have the same opinion as
You
you?
don't agree. The one time we all agree on something, come on.
You complaining.
Anyway, but it was so good. Shout out to Kevin Owens because I got some points off of that for his return and win on SmackDown.
Was YMCA basketball outfit?
It's mad generic. Like in the pop-up pie room, I couldn't think.
I can't remember that. You did the Swan Tom?
And then he did every move he did. He did the flying, he rolled, he flew, he did this, he did that. So yeah, so with Kevin Owens, it was just like he pulled out all his moves and literally I was like, what else can he do? Like what other move? And then when he did the stunner, I like everything stopped. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how did he do
I thought those moves were illegal. Like you can't do them. Like the Stone Cold Stunner, Rock Bottom. Like I thought those.
First of all, Rock Bottom technically is what Booker T used to do.
The Booker.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, but they're from the same era. That's a different thing. No.
It's the same thing.
No, it's different. It's different. Like somebody now doing the Rock Bottom.
I mean, look at Damian Talo doing the same GTS, the same thing CM Punk did. Same thing.
That's different. That's CM Punk.
Different.
I'm telling you.
It's not the same era.
Oh, and it was not even.
And he did it first before CM Punk. So
no, I'm saying there's certain moves you can't do.
Like what? Okay, let's get
Stone Cold Stunner.
I feel like Stunner should not be on the list.
What?
I think it's a great. I think it's dope.
I'm okay with.
Because if we're sitting here getting hype about Randy Orton doing RKOs, nigga, that is a diamond cutter. The end.
No, it's different.
It's
different.
Not different.
It's different.
It's not
The
different.
swag is different.
The swag is it's different sauce. It's different sauce.
No.
It's different sauce.
No. There's nothing.
It's different sauce.
There's nothing I can tell me that it's not.
It's different sauce on that.
It's a swag.
It's the same thing. It's just that Randy can get a little bit more hype on it nowadays.
Exactly.
It's different sauce.
Than Diamond
It's just
Dallas
like the
Page.
Kevin Owens stunner versus the Steve Austin stunner.
Oh,
Steve Austin
so
stunner
good,
is just like he got the roughneck to it.
No, but like honestly, when Kevin did it on SmackDown, it
He
definitely
did too pretty though.
But it looked just like when #favorite WrestleMania of mine. It looks just like when Austin did it at the HBK at 14. Looked just like it just was so right. It was so perfectly done.
So we're not gonna give Daniel Bryan his credit though?
No, absolutely.
For selling the shit out of that shit?
Daniel Bryan is doing a phenomenal job, not only as WWE champion, as the top heel on that brand.
Better than AJ? Better than AJ Styles.
Yeah, he is.
Yup. He's a better champion than AJ Styles was.
He's a different style.
I don't care. He's a better champion. He's a better champion than AJ Styles, man. AJ Styles had the most boring run. And
it was stale. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. It was stale.
And I think AJ is a phenomenal wrestler.
It's a different type of style. Like the type of matches and the type of rivalries that AJ was having is not even compared to what what Daniel Bryan's level of rivalries is going. And once again, you're comparing a face champion versus a heel champion.
I don't care.
Very two different routes.
AJ was champion at the wrong time. Because I bet you AJ was champion. Let me finish. I bet you AJ was champion now. How they push him for changes. He would have a better run.
No, I don't agree with that.
I agree with that.
I think AJ was what SmackDown needed when he was champion at that time because really there was no one else. I mean, I could have gave it to Joe, debatable on my part, but AJ was just that guy at that time. And I think, now with Daniel Bryan, once again, face champion, heel champion, you're going to have very two different routes.
I don't care.
So it's going to be different.
Daniel Bryan's is a better
But Daniel
champion.
Bryan is right now. Daniel Bryan is,
I guess,
a better champion.
I do my ups. It was all good. I say, my biggest up was that triple threat match. That was very good. That was surprisingly better than I thought it was. I never thought that in 2019 I won a triple threat match featuring R-Truth, Rey Mysterio, and
it was like when you play the video game you get auto characters. That's exactly what that was.
All right, okay, yeah, I felt that was so random. Especially it's kind of it felt video game-ish. You playing the season mode and all suddenly, dang. like someone else's chamber, like, dang, okay, even with the hard ones coming back, like randomly, you press random and the 2 hearts coming back. Oh, okay, cool.
Against the bar, like what?
There's a theory about the bar. They say the bar is a very good tag team.
They are.
But they lose till when they cannot prepare for the team. Example, they lost to Nicholas and Brian. They lost to the Hardy Boys a couple years ago. They lost to the Hardy Boys again. These are matches they're not prepared for. And now they wasn't prepared.
First of all, when you're a wrestler, you always prepare.
I know, but it's the simple fact that they're only good against teams that they can prepare against. That's the theory.
That just makes it sound like they pussy.
Well, you have to understand, like, they try to put some, like, that's what What Culture was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, no shade, woke culture. But
it's a wrestling thing.
That just sounds like you saying the bar is a weak tag team, essentially, because they only do good when they have a cheat sheet. That sounds like.
But it's true though. All the stuff that he named was like, it is true though, because all those examples is like they lost to Nicholas and thing. They lost to Shane and the Miz. They lost to this team. They lost to the Hardy Boys, team that they never was prepared to win against. But you didn't notice that every time they have the time to prepare, they always win these matches.
Sounds like a cheat sheet. But
that's not a cheat sheet.
It is.
It was a really good SmackDown. The way McMahon came out, did his whole spiel, the way they had the sign, that was like actually a cool signing. Like, I enjoyed the signing. Also,
right, because I was like, I could have sworn Kevin Owens was on Raw. Like, that threw me off. I was like,
yeah.
What?
And also, like a low-key good match nobody really talked about was the tag team with Aleister Black, Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev.
It was good.
Also, like, they're really just tossing shit into the pot when it comes to NXT guys and having them working double duty right now. Like, yo.
They should never have let them, like, cut promos. It's so awkward. They would have cut the promo against Lana.
Because they don't really cut promos at NXT like that. Like,
because none of them can't cut promos?
As great as Ricochet is in the ring, he's not good at promos. Mm-hmm. As good as Aleister Black is in the ring, promo skills is
You're right.
The only two really is Gargano and Ciampa that can really, if they really try, really Ciampa is like out of the 4 of them can really.
Now Gargano's good.
He's good, but if I had to put him in
to compare, yeah, but I understand what you're saying.
Ciampa
but
would be the first one, and then it'd be Gargano, and then it would be, I guess,
a toss up for the third.
Yeah, it depends on the week. So 1 week it could be Ricochet, and then the next week it could be Aleister.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll move on to the Jobber Social Corner.
All right, so we are going to throw it to you guys that are watching on Instagram Live. Our question this week, once again, is what in wrestling are you excited about right now? Right this minute. Like, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. What is something in wrestling right now that you are excited about? Where are you going? To the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom. But you guys handle this one, because I got to...
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Go.
What? I'm not signing off yet.
No, just go.
Oh, I was like, so confused. You're the one with the Instagram, sir.
Let me see. All right. Dang, there's a lot of them. Okay,
let's go for it.
BK Dream is the fact that it's bringing people together from all walks of life. Jason _Cole said NXT takeover before WrestleMania. Bray 1906 said the man #Coffee Mania. Gator Daddy 18 Rey Mysterio winning the U.S. title. Having held more strides than any other WWE superstar. Devon 300. Anticipating Coffee becoming the first Black WWE champion. Big Wilkes, No Wrestling, WrestleMania season.
Shout out to Big Will in Atlanta.
The WWE Lucas _fan, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens, the Hardy Boys. Shade Snow, AEW Growth, Roman Health, Coffee potential match at Mania. Highly underrated sports page. Excited the other promotion outside WWE are coming up. Joe under the third. The generation of superstars, AEW and WWE.
Okay, now what are people saying on the live feed?
Okay, let me see what they say on the live feed. AW. It's loading.
Sorry. Oh, now you won't be able to see it because you went out of it.
Yeah, freaking, yeah.
The beast versus the animal versus the man.
The beast versus the animal
could happen. Longest reigning IC champions going into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yes, if you do not know, breaking news this week, the Honky, which is weird because I feel like all of us did think he was already in it, but the Honky Talk Man, who is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, will be a part of the class of 2019 Hall of Fame ceremony the night before WrestleMania at the Barclays Center. So I'm excited for him.
AJ is a phenomenal wrestler, not a great entertainer.
That's debatable too.
Barnyard Commando said I misgender.
You know what? I agree. I think gender gave a very different feel. I think once they dropped the title on him and really made him irrelevant, I think it didn't flow right. I think having gender in that top heel,
he was getting better too.
Yeah, I feel like getting gender in that top
changed
heel
his
part
look.
is really. I think it's a good.
I
look.
agree with you. I kind of felt that gender they didn't groom him right. Like how they groomed JBL, like they just put him in spot making one. And JBL was just like a lot of people don't know that it was a slow grind.
But everyone knew JBL like back in the day, so that shit was long coming.
No, but as far as like his persona, it was just like one day he didn't just come back as like a typhoon. It was just like I don't know. His grind was a lot better.
JBL had so many different gimmicks, but it all was revolving around being Texan, so it was weird.
But I feel like how that JBL, it was better done. It was better done, and I feel like gender needs a second chance at the title.
Yeah, maybe. What else are they saying on Life before I sign on?
Who got into an argument?
Who got an argument about what? Who argued on the interwebs?
It's fine. No big deal. You can sign off.
All right. So, as we did mention in the top of the show, we have officially announced that our brunch and video game day party will be hosted by no other than the reigning, defending, current Impact and House of Glory tag team champions, LAX. So we're super excited. They're not Impact champions anymore. They lost?
Yeah.
Who they lost to?
Lucha Bros.
Oh, fuck that. So catch us at Kacha. Hit us up for more information. The boys will be there at Legends for Fastlane March the 10th. So a week from this Sunday, with the People's Champ, Felicia Rose will be hosting the Fastlane party. I unfortunately will not be there, but the boys will be there and Miss Felicia will be there. So please come out and watch our last pay-per-view, as this is our last pit stop to WrestleMania 35 here in New York, New Jersey. Anything else I'm missing? Oh, this one's asleep. This one's gone. All right. As always, I am Janelle from HR here. Well, I was here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black and Leo in the background with his outrageous stories. Catch us next week. #Black Excellence. #Rock.
Podcast.